on this. Here we go. Welcome to the online book launch for the gratitude method. Oh my gosh, I was listening to the gratitude method just before. Self-love, loving your soul. Off to a great start. So we've got people tuning in from Southwest Victoria. Perth is in the house. Canada, welcome. We have people from Melbourne, West Brunswick. Oh wow, I love Brunswick. Perth. Where else? We've got Virginia, and it's 5 a.m. over there. Wow. Awesome stuff. And we are definitely live on Facebook, which is awesome. And I'm just adding more people into the Zoom room. We've got about 49 people. Awesome stuff. It's great to see everybody here. Now, I just want to make sure that everybody can hear clearly. Put your thumbs up, do a thumbs up like this. Excellent. Who's excited?
Me.
Excellent. Fabulous. Hello, good evening, Amanda. And we've got Indonesia here as well. Oh, that's fab. That's amazing. Hold on, we're just going to enter in a few more people. Here we go. Just a couple of more people. So firstly, I want to take the time to thank each and every one of you for coming in and taking time out of your morning and your day to be here to see all of these wonderful authors present and talk about their journey on self-love. This has been a 7-month journey for all of these authors here, and I am so proud of each and every single one of these authors. There have been tears, there's been frustration, there's been laughs, there's been breakthroughs. There have been so many amazing things that have happened as a result of this book. I've seen people speak on stage, do their own workshops within their own communities. I've seen some of the authors here do their own book launches as well in their community, and it's just amazing to see where this book journey goes. It's more than just a book, it's a movement. So once these authors and ourselves write these stories, we then go into our communities and we teach people what self-love is. Or previously we had forgiveness, and we went and spread our word about forgiveness. And prior to that was gratitude. And so what I love about all of these subjects is their strengths and virtues of positive psychology, and it helps people to move forward. And as we know, mental health and well-being, mental health is actually on the rise. And they say that now 1 in 2 people experience depression and anxiety in their lifetime. And so all of these coaches and authors and amazing speakers here in the room are going to be sharing their stories on tragedy to triumph, victim to victory, test to testimony, mess to message. And I just want to congratulate every single person here who has come in tonight. And firstly, we're going to get straight into introducing all of the authors. So there's about, I think this evening, we've got about 18 of us here this evening that are going to be speaking. And I do have a couple of apologies. I can see here that Tessa, thank you. She's here to support Catherine and Rhonda and Tasha. So awesome. Thank you so much. So firstly, we have Alexandra. Now, Alexandra is a local in my community. She comes from Hervey Bay. She is a participant through Bayside Transformations, which is a drug and alcohol program. And she's just recently finished the program and has gone on her sobriety journey. And she has a tremendous story where she's overcome addictions, she's overcome domestic violence, and it's been amazing to have her on board to talk about her journey. And she says that, hold on, she has come to learn that one's intuition is the greatest teacher and trusting is a gift of self-love. And she sends her apologies. She's actually sick tonight, so she couldn't be on here. She doesn't have a very well voice. And I'm just going to enter this next person in. Bear with me. Here we go. But our next author is Del. And she says that self-love may not happen overnight, but be kind and patient with yourself. And I'd love to get her to introduce herself and take herself off mute. So Del, where are you? There she
I'm
is.
here.
Oh.
Hi.
Well,
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Alicia. It's such a pleasure to be here. And it's one of those things where it's really hard to really condense what I want to say into 5 minutes, but also I don't really know what to say. Anyway, thank you for everyone who is on the line supporting me here tonight. I know I've got a few amazing people in the audience. So first and foremost, you're the reason why I'm here, really. My supporters and my lovers. They have all been part of my journey, and it has been a crazy journey, right, to get to where I am today. And I would say that why this topic is really important to me is because I have been in the depths of self-hatred. I felt unworthy, unloved, even though I probably was really loved. And I've had to take myself out of that, and only I could do that. And so now I'm here. I've kind of had some issues, some not quite big tragedies in my life as well. And I think they were some turning points to get me on this journey and kind of take a good hard look at where I was, what I wanted out of life, and how I had to really accept myself and who I am. I'm interested in this topic because I do work with international students who I see every day suffering mental health issues, and I'm a massive advocate of helping those in need to actually kind of really go on their journey and to get them to where they need to be, especially while they're vulnerable and in Australia. So that's my passion. And, there's a few people on the call here that work with me that are also going through that journey as well. And I think really, in addition to that, I've just kind of been around a lot of people who may not have had the support or the strength to kind of get to that place of self-love. And so I wanted to hopefully inspire people. So my book, or my chapter, I say my book, my chapter is what you will learn about is essentially my journey, but also how to kind of, accept yourself, love yourself, and be kind. Because I tell you what, even though I'm here and I'm embracing this with some beautiful authors, I am still not in the full 100% capacity of self-love every single day of my life. I am sometimes, I'm definitely there, but then there are days when I'm just not there. And so it's around how do you get to the moment to pull yourself out of those depths and keep carrying on and, keep calm and carry on. But honestly, that's one thing I have to say, that I want you to take it and, embrace the stories that are here and mine as well. And I've hopefully got a few great tools and tips there that will help you, and easy tricks. Gratitude, that's the other thing too. So, obviously Lisa is the host of the gratitude method. That's my other big thing in life. Be grateful every day. And I hope you love it, and thank you for the opportunity.
thank you, Del. Can we please give a clap for the first person to kick it off? Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to get to know you more, because Del and I have actually met through one of my best friends in Melbourne, and then we reconnected back together, and it's been absolute amazing journey to help you get to this position. And now you're an author, so congratulations.
Thank you. It was my lifelong ambition, and it took me 40 years, but I got there.
Yay, here we go. And I think we're going to hear an ongoing echo with that, with people saying that this has been a dream come true for a lot of people. Even being here tonight with all the people that are on this evening, I can see that there's 58 tuning in on here. And then we've also got people tuning in live as well. So I don't know how many people are tuning in live, but hello in Facebook land as well. So I want to get to our next author, who is Rhonda. She is a beautiful now author, and she says that loving oneself is like breathing. It's necessary, and we should be doing it without thought. And so I want to bring her to the stage. If you can unmute yourself. I know it's very early in the morning for you, and I just want to take the time to say thanks for getting up so early to be here this evening for this big milestone for yourself.
Oh, no, thanks to you. First of all, I want to welcome and thank everyone for being here. Just there's so much gratitude and appreciation. I'm sure I can speak for us all with that. I want to send a shout out and a thank you to Catherine Daw, because she is the one who introduced me to Alicia and asked if I wanted to do a collaborative effort on self-love. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because past couple of years I've been getting into self-love, and I think that I always have done it, but it felt very selfish to take that time that I needed. And eventually it turned around to, you know what, you have to do this in order to love others. It's good for your health. It's good for your heart. It's good for your soul. I totally feel that the more you take care of yourself, the more you can take care of others with a clear mind and a clear heart. And it's not like out of duty, because you want to do what you love to do, whether it be crafting, building, whatever your work may be. And how do I want to put it? You just want to love on others after you've loved on yourself, because it's just so much more pure. So what I think you're going to get out of my chapter is, have you ever, you know how somebody older in your life has told you what to do in your young self, and your young self is like, yeah, they don't know what I'm feeling, or I don't need to listen to them, or they don't understand me. And I hope that when you read these 22 plus beautiful stories, that you take it to heart and you take our advice and you listen to what we have to say, and you can carry that on and start like right now with your self-love, and know that it's coming from a good place. We've experienced it and we want to share it with you, and we want you to know that it's worth the time and effort to take even an hour a day. I mean, a half hour, start out 15 minutes, just like exercise, just work up to whatever you kind of take that time for yourself. In my chapter, I have what's called my self-love bag. And it's something that goes everywhere with me. So I can take the time, if I'm on the road, my hour will be spent in the car then, taking time for myself. If I'm on vacation, my bag is with me with several different things to do in it to take care of myself. And they're fun things. It's like crochet or a word search. I mean, the bag is filled with all kinds of fun stuff. So there's a recipe in there for comfort, all kinds of nice things that I hope you take to heart, and you'll start your own self-love journey. I had so much written down, like I have pages, but I can't even bring myself to look at it right now. So I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight, and I can't wait to hear about your journeys.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. Can we all give loads of love in the chat box? And thank you so much, because Rhonda, it's been amazing, because we both have a connection where we've both, well, you still look after little people, and I have had the pleasure of looking after children in early childhood education for 20 years. So I have that soft spot, and I love what you do and your creativity. And I love that you've got this self-love basket, and I've learnt so much from you and the creativity that you have within you. It's so amazing what's actually pouring out from you. And also with the launch of your own Facebook page as well. So if people want to get connected with you, what's your Facebook page so you can share it here right now?
I'll have to find it. It's called self.
Well, if you can find it, just.
But I'll copy and flop it out here when someone else is talking. But yes, it's just started. It's new. I just basically show what I'm doing for self-love for the day, or throw out a quote, or whatever it might be. Sometimes it's just a picture of me crocheting, or a picture of my feet sitting up and I'm watching my favorite murder show. So whatever it might be. So I'll share that. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it.
Hey, I've watched your journey and how you've leveled up, and I just absolutely love what you've been doing. So even if you want to share the link in the chat box here for people to follow, like and follow you, you can do that as well. So copy and paste it in there. And for those tuning in, please follow, like, and love on Rhonda for us. Thank you.
A beautiful mentor.
Thank you. So our next author that I'd love to present to you today is Brent. He's an emotional fitness and mindset mentor and also author. And he says that the journey to self-love starts with paying attention to that little voice in our heads. It's the voice that tells us to be kind to ourselves, to prioritize our needs, and to celebrate our accomplishments. And I'd love to bring him to the floor so he can now do his little chat and story about what his journey has been like, where he's been, what's been happening. Can you take yourself off mute?
I am off mute. How are you going?
There we go.
Right. Thank you so much, Elise. That was wonderful. And I would like to first say thank you to all the speakers and the authors before. I have thoroughly loved reading all of your stories, and actually has helped me more in my deeper journey to self-love. And that's why I'm here. That's why I am a coach. That's what I think is the most important thing, is returning to what it is that we forgot that we knew, and to that inner child that was supposed to blossom, not be squashed by the things that happened to us. So just briefly, that you'll find out in my book, and I've tried to keep it a simple read, not deep. I've had severe childhood traumas and traumas through my life that I didn't realize that I had to deal with throughout my life till I was quite older on my journey of becoming a coach. And what sort of kept me keep going where others may have given up, where I certainly have had my times that I've wanted to, was that inner voice. And the story of talking about what happened to me is not as important to what I was experiencing in my alter self, my real self, what I call our inner voice, or our soul, or you might call it God or Jesus or a conscious collective. But I call it like my heart space that has always guided me to the right thing, the thing I needed to do or not do. And I fought myself, and as we do this personal development and we understand a bit of human behavior, we are living our behaviors of our meanings. And I've spent this life really of healing to undo the meanings, to create a life of choice, a life of that I dream to live, but that loves myself. Because from what happened to me, I was a very victim mentality. So the story that I created and why it's so important is to say that if I can keep fighting, have resilience and finding the reason and keep getting back up, so can you. And no matter what happens to us, there's always that thing inside us that's driving us to where we need to go. And all we need to do is sort of stop and listen. So that's sort of what this story is about. And I'm hoping to create another book that goes more in depth of these things, because there's some crazy stories and some great insights and some stuff that goes, oh my God, how could that, I mean, what happened? And I laugh about these now, but it's only the inside of when I realized that I was guiding myself the whole time. And when we find ourselves stuck and we find ourselves in a place of not where we'd like to be, or we would like to be somewhere better, a lower place, I believe it's because we've stopped listening. We've stopped following our guidance of self, or whatever you would like to call that. And that's what the story is about. So I hope that you get some enjoyment out of reading it. And the intention was to have the insight of, you already know what you need to know. And there's this country music song, because I love country music, and it goes, there's this line in it, and I'm going to leave it with this. It's like, I've currently got to the point in my life that I now know a third of the half of the 100% that I thought I knew. And what does that mean? It's like, the more we learn, the more we dive into our soul and our heart and meaning, the more we realize we don't actually know. And the more we do that, we realize it doesn't really matter. And what really matters is love. And everything is returning to love. Even aggression is misdirected love. And if we can all understand that we're all trying to love, and we can all be open to experiencing love, maybe we can fix some of the biggest world problems today. So I hope it was a great read, and thank you so much for listening. And I'm very, very grateful to be part of this amazing bunch of people. So I'll leave it back to you. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you, Brent, and congratulations. You're now officially an author. Congrats. What a special moment for you. I know it's been a roller coaster ride for you. Keep going at it, keep moving forward, because the work will pay off. And that's for all of the authors here. All your work is paying off. So these messages are so important for people to hear and to pass on, to help people on their personal development journey. So thank you, Brent. Yay, give him a round of applause. And I saw that there was heaps of love in the comments. We've got, can't wait to hear your longer story, Brent. Love, love, love your share. Sounds fabulous, Brent. Wonderful message, Brent, that when we stop to hear our inner guidance, we are not in alignment. Trust your inner voice and let it guide you. And then awesome, Brent. So thanks for all the love, guys. So on to our next author. We have Catherine, who's an author, And well, finally an author. We've got all authors here. And one of the things that Catherine says is that she loves that she gets to love herself more. That I love that oh, hold on, I'm tripping over my tongue. I do have a form of tongue dyslexia, so apologies. I have dyslexia as well as tongue dyslexia. It's a thing, okay, guys? Here we go. I love that I get to love, and that I love that I can now give love also. So welcome to the floor, Catherine. Whereabouts are you? I'm trying to look for you. Unmute yourself.
I am here.
Laugh at my tongue.
Hello, hello. I love it. I love it. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes, we can
It's
hear you.
amazing to be here amongst such amazing people. Like I can see some people here that are from the last book launch as well, and some friends and some supporters. It's just so beautiful to see so much love amongst all of our people here. So I appreciate every single one of you that have turned up here to our launch. Yeah, lots of love. And it's been such an amazing journey, like being able to have a dream of one day becoming an author. And then, you know what? Now turning up to this moment here and actually stepping into it and going, what the hell? How did I get here? Like, but also, what a topic to be part of. Like self-love. If you ever get a chance to read my chapter, which I really hope you do, I could not even consider self-love just 5 years ago. It was selfish. Like, how dare I think about myself? It's all deny yourself and, be there for everyone else, be that people pleaser. And I was really stuck in perfectionist brain that just went, you know what? There is something wrong with me. Just beat the crap out of myself. Oh, excuse my terminology. But just, deny yourself, put yourself down and raise everyone else up. And that's how you've got to get through this world. And I really just did not understand what self-love was. So in my process of like going through the coaching world and discovery and opening up my Pandora's boxes and realizing there's feelings and emotions that I have to step into to embrace, I started to see that in order for me to give, I had to fill my own cup from within. And I'm not sure if you're resonating. I'm seeing a lot of nodding heads going, yeah, I get that, right? And for me, that's what this process has been about. And so in the process of writing this chapter, it made me delve deeper into how I got to where I got here now. So I know I'm not alone. I know you guys have been on that process too. And I can see the comments coming up in the chat box. I get that this is resonating, but self-love is so important. So important. And so it's how amazing to be able to share this with 22 different varieties of people, all in their process of going and finding self-love. Like, it's just amazing to be able to be here, and what an opportunity to be part of a book that does that and celebrates that. We need more self-love. If you feel like we need more self-love in there, just give me a hell yeah. Absolutely, right? Yeah, I see that. Hell yeah, we need more love, more self-love. So it's amazing to be part of this and amazing to bring this here. Amazing that you guys are here. And I can't wait to see where this book gets. I'm hoping it gets into everyone's bookshelves because we all have things to share, right? So I want to leave you on my last quote, though, in my chapter. And this is from Buddha himself. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. So that's from the wisest of Buddha himself. Take it as you wish, but thank you for letting me speak. And I'm looking forward to hearing all the amazing other speakers. And let's do this. Amazing. Cheers.
Cheers. I'll cheers you with my big water bottle. Thank you, Catherine. Such a pleasure to hear you talk about your story, where you've come from, and your chapter is quite moving as well. I highly recommend everybody get into reading Catherine's journey and her story. It's pretty moving. It touched my heart. I read all of the chapters before it goes to publish, obviously. And the tears of sadness and then the happiness because of the journeys that people take me on. I'm just proud of that journey that people take me on, the hero's journey. You guys are all heroes, each and every one of you, where you've come from to where you are now. And also knowing that self-love is a journey, it's not a destination. And that's something that I talk about in my chapter. I'm quite open and vulnerable in my chapter as well, is saying that self-love is a journey. At the beginning of the year, I looked to myself in the mirror and I'll be open and honest right now. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm back in this spot where I hate and despise the mirror again. And it was that fight in the mirror on working on myself to love who I see within the mirror. And it's been quite a profound journey, getting coaches for myself to help me with my own self-love journey and learning to love that reflection in the mirror, because there have been some huge milestones that have happened in the past 2 years. And so you guys have to read my story to see what's in it. But I want to go on to our next speaker and author, who is Kate Taylor. And she says that self-love starts with working on healing the inside from our hurt and our emotional pain. And I resonate a lot with this. And she talks a lot about a really great process that she's created. And I'd love to bring her to the stage. So Kate, can you please take yourself off mute and bring yourself to the stage, the platform here, and I'll put the speaker stage on. Here you go. Here we go.
Thank you, Alicia. Hi. Oh my God, it's so amazing to be here, and just starting to listen to these stories, I'm actually feeling quite emotional, because self-love, and from where my journey has come from, if I can be a little bit raw and know that, because I really like 5 minutes, what I'm going to talk about in this time, as well as mentioning my process that I've come up with in my other book. I come from a place from emotional abuse, being really put down, just put to that lower place where people want to keep you. So building yourself up and coming to where I am at now is just absolutely amazing. Like, I don't even know who I am anymore. And I like to thank Alicia for actually inviting me into the book with my 9R process method mindset, which is actually the 9 R's. I can read them through here. Reframing your language, so we're actually speaking in a way that we're speaking positively to ourselves and to other people. And just resetting our thinking as well, and your thought program, readjusting your body and your mind and all that, and restarting the day with gratitude. Now, gratitude is a really powerful thing, and if we actually put that into process, we're building up that momentum to really get that inner healing up and going, hey? And then refocusing, and then reviewing the process, like go over it, check it out, you know, who are you now? Where have you come from? See where your journey is and celebrate yourself. Then give yourself time to rinse and repeat it, you know, celebrate, acknowledge, do that self-care thing, and then repeat it, because we're always evolving and growing. And it's also in my book, because I've written my first book, and that was a whole big deal. And now I'm like growing and evolving. So it repeats, and each time you probably do it, it's all different. But I don't have a quote today because I'm pretty random. But yeah, never give up. Always love you. Give some love to you, to yourself, and then share it out to the world. That's what I'm passionate about. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. It's been one massive journey for you over the last year and a half, 2 years, has it been?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy dooly. Yeah, it's been one massive journey for you. And I just want to acknowledge and celebrate you, because Kate actually went in her community and did her own book launch, and here she is for another book launch. I want to congratulate you on your growth and your development and the people that are coming in contact with you. I only want you to prosper and grow even further. So congratulations on another milestone for yourself.
Thank you.
And there we've got lots of love here. Kudos to you, Kate, for being so vulnerable. Look at you now, Kate. You're a shining star. Well done. Love your authenticity, Kate. Amazing, Kate. Way to be real and raw, Kate. Kate, you inspire so many people daily, and I love your journey, and you are amazing. I love your journey. I love all the love in here. I love this topic. It's really, really nice. It's such a different field to the other books that I've done. I'm feeling the love tonight. Who's feeling the love tonight? Put a love heart in the comments. I'd love hearts, and love hearts on your profile like this. Ready? There we go. You can see my little shiny love heart in the corner there. Put love hearts for all the love. Oh, look, all the love hearts are coming up. I can see lots of people. Justine's got one. Angel, Hanin. Oh, look, my awesome stuff. So our next author, who unfortunately can't be here today, is Josh Solomon. He's celebrating his son's 6th birthday. So I do wish him all the best with his family. He is an author, and he's also a coach and speaker. He says that personal development can be scary. Sometimes it can feel like walking down a dark tunnel with your hands out in front of you, hoping you do not run into something. And I just want to take the time to say thanks to Josh. He is full of energy and so much wham bam. He's just getting out there and doing great big changes in the community and in the personal development space. And I just want to give the time and the thanks for him being part of this journey, and also on his growth and development. He's just taken that quantum leap, and he's just shooting for the stars. So keep going, Josh. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch you grow and flourish. And so this brings me, and send all your love in the love box, in the chat box. And it's funny, I'm going like this, like love box. Yeah, anyways, I'm not even going to go there. Look at Brent, he's shaking his head. God, I've got to go there. Got to break it up a bit. We have our next author, Nicole. She's also a self-love and mindset coach. She says that self-love is walking out the door with a twinkle in your eye, bringing all of your you-ness, proclaiming I'm worth it, baby. So I'd love to bring Nicole to the stage, or to the...
Hey,
There she is. Hello, lovely lady.
Hi everyone. I'm loving the shares so far. Like, it's just honestly so heartwarming with all our hearts out there. And it's been a wonderful journey. Alicia, thank you so much for having me part of this incredible opportunity. It was really amazing when I first saw Alicia. She broadcasted, hey, I've got a self-love book, and just something like, when your ears prick up and you're like, oh, and I had no idea what I'd write about, absolutely no idea, but I just had this calling to say, I know I've got a message deep inside of me. I was lucky enough to meet Alicia when she came to Adelaide, and we had a catch up. And so I knew there was something in there that I just had to, and a lot of it was my own limiting beliefs, someone who also has dyslexia and a few challenges like that. I can totally resonate, and thinking, gosh, can I do this? The coolest thing is once I got started, it poured out of me, and I knew I had a very big message to share. And mine particularly is about being a yesaholic and a people pleaser, and I mean to the max. And I had a very pivotal year 2 years ago where I just had so many shitballs thrown at me that it was like, if you don't wake up to this, in fact, like I ended up in hospital, and you'll read that in my story. If you don't wake up to what you're doing, and essentially what I was doing is I was always putting other people's beliefs and their values before mine so that everyone could feel happy. And that was it was like permeated into every part of my being to make sure that everyone around me was okay and happy. And so I had an incredible story to share, and my biggest message is and it's incredible. As a coach, I teach people that what are your values, what are your beliefs, and unknowingly, unconsciously, I wasn't living and upholding what I was teaching. So the coolest thing is I had a huge pivotal moment. I share it in my story. And I talk about burnout and exhaustion and things like that. And it really comes down to setting boundaries. And that's one of the biggest takeaways from my piece that I wrote. Boundaries, and learning what feels expansive or what feels contractive. So I hone in on that feeling that your body, your heart actually knows the way. And I also share a quote in my book, which is really, really important, I think, to share right now, is that Bonnie Ware, she wrote the 5 Regrets of the Dying, and her number one point that she had was, I wish I had the courage to live the life, I think she said, true to myself, not the life that others expected. And I really felt like that one hit me hard. And that's really the underlying message, to live the life that your heart and what you truly want. So I really enjoyed the process. Thank you so much for having me part of this, loving everyone's shares, and yay, congrats to all of us.
Congratulations, Nicole. You are officially an author. And it's been a wonderful journey from the moment we met at the airport to you showing me around Adelaide, to watching you do your workshops, get your Yesaholic chapter out. And it's great to see your growth and journey and how you're transforming as a result of this journey so far. So congratulations. I acknowledge and celebrate you. And there's so much love in the chat box here. You can see here that we've got such an amazing journey to get to this place, Nicole. So glad to be in this book with you. Nicole, you totally rock, and you are so inspirational behind every step of the way. We listen to ourselves last too often. Beautiful, Nicole. Congrats. Very powerful message. Beautifully said. Live your life true to you. Awesome story. Beautiful share. So important awareness, Nicole. Most people are not aware of the importance of healthy boundaries. And I have to agree with that. A lot of people struggle with boundaries, knowing when to say no. I know for a fact I used to be a yesaholic. Who else resonates with being a yesaholic? Put your hands up. Oh, look at that. It's nearly the whole room in here. And it's a matter, I think a lot of people are going to learn a lot from your story and where you've come from. So powerful, Nicole. Very beautiful. Can't wait to read your chapter, Nicole. Wonderful message. I'm so happy to be here with you, resonating a lot with your story. So some great love there. Thank you, everyone. Now, Kelly is our next author and speaker, and she's also the CEO of Happy and Well. And she says that when we can have unconditional love for ourselves, we can have unconditional love for everyone. My thoughts and healing, love are with you. So I'd love to bring her to the stage. Here she is. I can see that herself.
Thank you so much, Alicia, and I am extremely honoured and so excited to be here with all of the other co-authors that have stepped up and stepped in to be able to support themselves, but not only support themselves. What I've found over the time is that when we decide and choose that we are good enough, that we have our story, we allow others to step in and step up as well. And we make a pathway. The pathway is extremely clear for other men and women to come through and go, oh my gosh, I've seen where these people are, and now she's a co-author, now here's a co-author. Oh my gosh, I think I can do this. So not only do we make a pathway, we motivate, we inspire, and we encourage. And so I believe that that's what everyone here as co-authors and authors of their new book have done. And so my story is very similar to everyone's. You know, we've come from a mess to be able to bring in a message, and that's what I bring forward. You know, I grew up in a broken home. My parents separated early when I was younger, and my dad was not very nice to my mum, but I just felt that that was normal, right? Because it happened all the time. So that pattern of my mum being mistreated was acceptable behavior in my eyes because my mum allowed it. So, you know, living my life and then, you know, going from primary school to high school and having boyfriends, and then boyfriends that weren't so nice. But that's okay because that's acceptable behavior because my mum allowed this behavior. And so then I kept on allowing this behavior, and then had children, 2 men that I allowed this behavior. And I really learned the hard way after 3 pretty well much, you know, solid relationships that I thought that I was in love, right? But I couldn't love them because I didn't know love. I couldn't have experienced love because I wasn't ever shown love. So when we can be actually come back to ourselves and actually, no, we don't come back to ourselves until we drop to the ground and our knees are on the floor, our hands are on the floor, and we go, what am I not doing? What more do I need to do? How does that feel? And what really resonated with me was Trent came and Brent, sorry. Brent said, we already know what we know. We just need to remind ourselves that we know. And then when you can actually step in and really allow yourself and choose you, who was the other lady? Nicole. Nicole just said, you know, I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it. And I started and I couldn't stop. And that's how it goes. When you allow yourself permission, it just goes and it flows. And you just then are so inspiring and so motivating. It just oozes out of you. So I absolutely love loving. I am a self-love goddess where I do self-love on a regular basis, and I choose me. My current partner of 13 years is absolutely amazing. He allows this space for me to be able to grow and really know that, you know, if you have a massage tomorrow, you can you know, do anything. It doesn't have to be, oh, I've had my self-love for this week. You can do self-love every single day. So thank you, everybody. Yeah. Cheers.
Thank you, Kelly. I love your energy that you've brought in this evening, and thank you for like bringing in other people to combine what has come together. And it's beautiful when we can share those stories and bring it all together, because we're here to make that movement with each other. And there's heaps of love in the love box, as I'm calling it. We've got,
yeah, cool. It's beautiful what you created, Alicia. Like, you've just reached so many people, from your wisdom, your vision, your love, your ambitious, big, hairy, audacious goals. And you're just going, oh, you know, little Alicia from Harvey Bay is now an international bloody businesswoman that is kicking ass all over the fucking world.
thank you. And Kelly, it's been an absolute pleasure, because I got to meet you at the Raw Awards and we just kicked it off. And I was like, who is this woman? I love her and what she does. And with the stuff that you do through your Happy and Well company, it's just so beautiful what you do and the women that you transform in your world. And you're doing just as great transformative work as well. Your work is so important with that self-love, self-care, and it's just truly amazing to watch those transformations happening. And I've been witness to one of your retreats too, and it was wonderful to see that, and thank you.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Having you there amplified everything, so it was really, really awesome.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of these co-authored books, is that we all get to connect with each other and do things out from here and make those connections and friendships continue on. And I want to share the love that's in the love box. So we've got the ripples of love. Kelly, what a cheerleader. Kiss, hug. Love that mess to message. Love this too. Preach it, Kelly. Love loving. I love that. Love loving too. So much love in here. Love your energy, Kelly. Yes to you, self-love goddess. I love that. Love your energy, Kelly. That's love. Take care of you. And then you have a full cup to pour from. Oh, that was great. Love the love. Love that message. You do love every single day. Amazing self-love every day. Love your passion, Kelly. Thank you for saying that. Alicia's lit. Thank you. Amazing. Lots of love. This girl is on, I feel like I need to sing, this girl is on fire. Thank you. I'll mute you now, Kelly. And we'll move on to our next author, Tintin. She is an author, a holistic counselor, empowerment coach, and she says that true self-care is not bath salts and chocolate cake. It's making the choice to build your life you don't need to escape from. And that's a quote from Brianna West, but that is something that really, really inspires Tintin. And I'd love to bring her to the speaker stage. I can see her right there. It's amazing to have you here tonight. So take yourself off mute and please introduce yourself to everybody here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you for this chance and to speak here in front of other authors. Congratulations to you all. And yeah, finally, one of my dreams comes true. Thank you so much. But yeah, when I join in with you, like, okay, I wanted to write a book with you about self-love. I actually have immediate idea what I'm gonna write, because this is something that I never knew before, how important is self-love, because I always thought self-love is selfish. I never been taught that in my family or in my culture. And being the firstborn, I have to like support my family as well. And I've been taught to work hard, and work for your family. So instead of looking at myself and looking after myself, I look after others first. So it's similar like a people pleaser, because I put myself last so that other people can just like I give a lot, like it's just giving from the empty cup, really. And I was just at one stage I was burning out at work, because I worked so hard. I wanted to provide to my family, but what's happening is that I actually hurt myself. That is a wake-up call for me. And that was happening actually about 7 years ago. Now it's happening again. This is another second call. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I can't be always like this. So I'm just reflecting on myself again. And I've got my coach as well, and I talk about it. And the thing is that when I grew up, I've got some trauma and the stereotype and how I brought up. I live in that fight and flight mode. And as much as I practice self-love, and I forgot again. And I started again, I forgot again, until it's actually becoming a habit. I actually, every day, I make time to do this self-love practice. Some things I'm not used to it, because I thought the self-love is like buying myself a handbag, or having a chocolate cakes every day. But it's not. It's just how I treated myself with this a lot of care. What do I need? I will then check in on my emotion as well. Certain emotion coming up, and then I would check in, what does it remind me of? So it's a lot of them, like it's not just the action, but also the emotion part of it. So being kind to myself, it's a journey. I'm still practicing. Yes, I forgot sometimes. That's one of that's the chapter in my book. I forgot, but it's okay. I keep reminding myself, it's okay to forget, because as we are a human being and we are in this journey, loving ourselves. But when you forget, it's okay. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with other people, because when I wrote this book, I wanted people to see, if you forget about the self-love, it can be the effect, it can be fatal. Like in my case, if you read my chapter, I actually ended up in the hospital because I forgot and neglect my self-love. But when I get on track on that again, now I felt a little more balanced, and I feel at ease. And yeah, so thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. I feel all the love. And also my sister, she's tuning in from Indonesia as well, my brother. And yeah, so I can't hardly wait to see this book in my hand. And congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tintin. It's amazing to watch your journey, where you've come from to where you are now. And it's amazing to see that you're an author now. So congratulations. Please give her so much love in the love box. I'm giggling to myself. And here we've got in our, in the chat box, in the love box. Great insights to find self-love. What a big wake-up call, Tintin. You're now on the right track. Yes, flight and fight. Great reminder to do the self-love practice. I can relate to what you're saying, Tintin, with being the eldest and having a culture of not being allowed to think of yourself. Self-love is a daily practice of give and take to yourself and towards others. And then the growth is in the consistency. I love that, Tintin, you keep on keeping on. It is so okay to be human. Great message. Yes, I love that message too. I think we're all human, and it's okay to have your ups and downs and know that all the emotions will come with life. Ups and downs, ebbs and flows like energy. It's just a matter of just riding that wave and knowing that it will soon pass. Love those realizations, Tintin. Thank you for sharing. Such an amazing awareness how past traumas can become subconscious habits, and kudos to you, Tintin, for waking up and prioritizing yourself. Amazing. Thank you for your beautiful energy and sharing your vulnerable story. Amazing story. Woohoo! Congrats. Love, love, love. So good. Woohoo, Tintin. So I'd love to introduce our next author, and I can see her smiling with such a big smile right now. And I only saw her last week, so I'm really excited that she's here tonight. Alpa, she is now an author, and she says the path to self-acceptance and love is not a simple one. I'm aware of that. It requires effort, commitment, and the courage to face our fears and apprehensions. So I'd love to bring to the speaker stage here on Zoom, Alpa.
Thank you, Alicia, and thank you, everyone, to being here. And definitely I'm nervous talking about my story. When I first met you, Alicia, when I thought of jumping into and writing about the story, yes, I didn't know whether I would be able to share and be so vulnerable in front of everyone, but thank you for your mentoring. And I would just like to start and maybe just put forward a couple of questions for you all guys, maybe to just think and ponder around. Have you ever struggled to forgive yourself, or has your inner critic ever haunted and left you with self-doubt? Have you found yourself settling for less than what you deserve? Then I feel you, see you, hear you, because I have been guilty of all of them. For the longest time, I was trapped in the cycle of being a perfectionist, a people pleaser, not forgiving myself for the flaws that I thought was in me. It took me a lot of soul searching, self-reflection to learn and embrace self-love, because I perceive self-love as self-centeredness. I thought when I give priority to myself or my needs, that means I'm being selfish, as many of you might resonate with it. So my personal struggles and healing journey led me to this question: why self-love is often overlooked and undervalued in our society. We've never been taught in our schools or colleges to prioritize ourselves, or to honor our needs, or to express them, and not accept bullshit or stay in toxic relationship or situations where we are not treated well. And have you ever wondered, how is it so simple for us to say love and accept others while ignoring their flaws, errors, failures? It's so easy for us to accept maybe our partners or our parents, our family, our friends. We ignore their flaws in it. But when it comes to us, we look through a magnifying glass. We see everything that we do through this magnifying glass, and see our flaws, our errors, failures as a mountain, rather than for the things that they are. So I realized that many people are struggling similarly to what I was suffering, and I faced like feeling unworthy, not forgiving myself. So, and I've seen during my coaching sessions and by sharing, having courage to share my stories after a lot of years, I realized that people are struggling with this concept of self-love. People are struggling with prioritizing themselves. And I wanted you all to know that you're not alone in this journey. My hope is that through this book, through all these beautiful people who are sharing, being vulnerable and sharing their own personal experiences, the journey, the struggles, and all the tips and tools they would be sharing in this book would help you all to start your self-love journey so that you can embrace who you are. And in my chapter, I think so I'm talking more about, and my key important message in my chapter is about true forgiveness, which starts within, and the power of letting go of self-blame and embracing self-compassion. Because it took me a lot of many years to forgive myself for hurting my parents or my family. And I share my own personal experiences, my failures, the lessons I've learned, and the tools I've discovered to break free from that good girl mentality, because that's what I was. I stuck to that label because I wanted to be good girl forever and to be accepted. So how I overcome that, and I've tried to share that, and I hope that after reading the chapter, you will come away with a deeper understanding of the importance of self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and the realization that you're worthy of love, compassion, and joy, no matter what. I will repeat that you all are worthy of compassion and love and joy, no matter what. And before I leave, I would like you to share one of the favorite lines from the writer and artist Topher Kirby. You became who you needed to be in order to survive. But now it's time to become who you need to be so you can thrive in life. Change is coming. It's time to embrace it. And I would request, and I hope for each and every person, not just listening today, but anytime, that you accept this change and embrace it and step into the beautiful self that you are. Thank you for listening to me.
Wow. You did it. Congratulations, Alpa. Wonderful and very moving. Very, very moving. I can see loads of love. Please share your love hearts on your screens. Your little emojis that you can put in the corner give so much love. And what we can see here in the chat box, I'm going right up. There's lots of love in here. Here we go. We've got so good. Your story is so inspirational, Alpa. I love your passion in the gift of giving yourself self-love. So many different journeys with such familiar feelings. So relatable. Thank you, Alpa. Beautiful words. Such a big change from being the good girl to finding self-joy. Who here resonates with being the good girl or good boy? Raise your hands up. Here we go. We've got heaps of people resonating. I'm sure people learn so much as a result of reading your story. Beautiful insights and words of wisdom, Alpa. You're still a good girl, just more self-aware of what this means to you. Love it. True forgiveness starts within. Love that. Learn to let go and accept ourselves as we are. Beautiful message. I can feel your passion, Alpa. Beautiful message. You are worthy. Such a beautiful story. Yes, Alpa, we are all worthy of self-compassion and love. Yes, with loads of high fives there. Woohoo, amazing, beautiful, wow, heartfelt and inspiring, important of self-acceptance without inner critic, accepting the beautiful self that you are, spoken from the heart. And I just heard your love pour out when you were speaking. I absolutely loved it. And loads of love hearts and boom emojis in the love box. Alpa, thank you so much for sharing your love. More love hearts, share, great share, Alpa. Self-love is very important and helping us to learn self-learn. Thank you. Such an important message. It's been wonderful to watch your journey and how you've grown. And it's been so exciting for the short time. We've only known each other for a short time, since November last year, but we hit it off like that. And it's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm loving your growth and where you're going with this and what path you're leading in terms of self-love and that personal development space to help people in your communities. So keep those steps moving forward. Trust and believe in yourself, and the hard work that you're putting in now is just going to flow. Your love is just felt here, and keep pouring that out to others, because others need to feel that too. So we move on to our next author, who's Tasha. She's now an author, and I'm very excited for her. We have had a beautiful journey together, and it's been such a wonderful time to get to know her from all the way in the USA. And one of her quotes that she has in her book is, "After hit rock bottom, I grew to love myself despite the suffering. It was empowering to learn that all this time I was my own hero." I'd love to bring Tasha to the stage. Where are you? There she is. I can see you. Unmute yourself and come to the stage. Here we are. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning for you. What time is it there?
5 a.m. It's a little after 5 a.m.
Good morning to you.
Thank you. I just want to start by thanking Catherine as well, because she's the one who introduced me to Alicia. And honestly, I've been told many times that I have a beautiful writing style and that I should write. And I just kind of would always blow it off like, oh, it's nothing, and anybody could do it or whatever. And so when I first made this decision, I wasn't really sure about it, but I was just like, you know what, I don't know where this is going to go, but let's just go. Let's just do this. And so here we are. And so self-love to me is a lifelong journey. It's learning to show the compassion and acceptance for ourselves that we would for others. It's honoring our own worth and being able to stand firm in our truth, whether or not others approve. And it's knowing and holding our own boundaries. It's honoring our own needs and learning how to meet them. It's owning our story and being able to love all parts of ourselves and having our own backs through the toughest times. That's what self-love is to me. And I wrote this chapter because I know what it's like to feel alone. I know what it's like to be in so much pain that you have no idea what to do with it or who to even turn to. At times I felt lost and confused. I remembered counting down the days to my next session with my grief counselor because I felt like she was the only one that understood, or my grief coach. I felt she was the only one that that understood me and what I was going through. And I am sharing my grief journey to spread awareness on how important it is to learn to be there for ourselves in difficult and painful times, and also how to support others. I feel it's incredibly important to talk about grief. It's also important to have someone to talk to, and my chapter will shed light on how to support others in grief and how important it is for someone grieving to have that. I have become passionate about the relationship between grief and pain and self-love because it's literally what gets you through. No one can really know other than you what you are going through, and no one can be there for you quite like you. I want others in pain to know that they aren't alone and what they're going through is valid. I also want to shed light on mirroring and how powerful that can be. Instead of trying to fix the pain of others, mirroring allows them to be in pain and safe and comfort in a comforting presence with your compassion, empathy, and support and validation of their experience. From shortly after the time I began my healing journey, I was grieving. And this truly is how I found my way to love myself, especially when I found myself alone. I hope to provide inspiration and hope to those in great pain to know that they aren't alone and they can truly come out on the other side with a lot of newfound insight, wisdom, and growth. Life is always teaching us. We just have to be willing to listen. And I just want to thank all of you for sharing your stories, and congratulations to all of us. We're now authors.
That's right. We're all authors now. Congratulations, Tasha. Wonderful to see your growth and journey. And thank you for bringing such a different perspective in terms of grief and showing what that's like in terms of self-love for your own journey and how that it can help others, because a lot of people, when they experience grief, they don't know how to feel or what to do or how to manage those emotions. So congratulations, and thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And I can see loads of love here, so I'm going to share all the love. There we go. One sec. We've got here we go. Everyone said good morning to you, by the way. They said, love having your own back. I hear and feel you, Tasha. Feel your pain, Tasha. So amazing to see your growth. Such a great message. Mirroring is so powerful. Be yourself. Be there for yourself. Such a powerful message. And true, no one can be there for you like you can be there for yourself. I love that message. It's such a powerful message, and one that everybody should take on and listen to. Love your vulnerable share. Congratulations to all of you. Very special, beautiful Tasha. Can't wait to read your story. So powerful. Not enough is shared about personal grief. That's so true. We must listen and talk about our and others' grief so we can witness and release. Tasha, you are amazing. Thank you, Brent. Congratulations to everyone. Loads of love hearts. Is that congratulations to my daughter and everyone? Is that your mum online too? Oh, that's wonderful. Hi, Mum. Everybody can wave. Hi, Mum. Congratulations. Powerful. Sounds very familiar. I love that everybody waved hello to Mum. So thank you for all the love here. Now, I'd love to move on to our next author, who is Tanya. She's now an author. And it's been such a wonderful journey to take her on board on this journey from start to finish and now be a published author. And one of the things that she says about self-love is that her favorite part about self-love is taking myself lightly and laughing at my silliness. That's something that I do a lot too. Enjoying myself and all I am and showing others by my example and how to do that too. So I'd love to bring Tanya to the stage. Where are you? Oh, there, I can see you. Come to the stage. There we go.
Thanks, Alicia, and just thanks everybody for being here and sharing this moment. It's really incredible to have all the support. So for me, we spend our entire lives shaping and molding ourselves and seeking the approval of others for one reason and one reason only, and that's to experience love, to be loved. From the moment we're born to the day we die, it's all about love. It's such a ridiculously important concept, and everything we do revolves around this emotion. It's so powerful. But we keep searching for love outside of ourselves while giving all the love we have inside away to everybody else. And from small, we're taught that. We're taught to see to everybody else's needs before our own. Love, like I said, is just so powerful. It expands our worlds, our thoughts, and creates a delightful sense of playfulness and a desire to experience all life has to offer. But when we don't have self-love, we tend to play small. We retract in fear. We lack conviction and belief in ourselves and our abilities, and it becomes impossible to see what's available to us. And I saw and experienced that firsthand in my early adulthood and actually in my teens. It had a huge impact on the decisions and choices I made. So I'm hoping that by contributing to this book, by being in this amazing like-minded community, standing behind this incredible concept, to bring awareness to the world about self-love, that people will gain an understanding of how loving yourself impacts all your relationships. It impacts your relationship with your partner, your children, your family and friends. When we develop self-love, we have less need for that protective shield around us that keeps us safe from being hurt. And on the flip side of that, it also keeps people out or at a distance. And it's like there's this see-through wall between you, so they can't fully, deeply connect with you. So from reading my chapter and getting a sneak peek into my personal journey, I'm hoping that people will know that self-love is a vital skill that can be developed. It's not a special gift that gets bestowed upon only certain people in the world. It's not elusive. The concept's pretty simple. If you wouldn't treat your best friend the way you treat yourself, or talk to your best friend the way you talk to yourself, don't do it. Be compassionate, be less judgmental, less harsh. Laugh at yourself, enjoy who you are, so that you can be your whole beautiful self with everyone around you. It's so incredibly expensive when you live that. And it's available to everyone. And there is a room full of beautiful authors here who have shared their most precious jewels and gems of knowledge on how they achieved it in their own personal journey. And I'm hoping that by people reading this book, you'll have those tips and tricks on how to achieve it for yourself. Because when you do, it's truly, truly, truly life-changing. It's liberating, and it's my personal favorite achievement. And it's my favorite thing to see on my clients' faces when I see them walk out with that spring in their step. It's why I do what I do, and I love it. So thank you. That's my share.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge and what it means to have self-love in your book. And I love that when you have your clients, they have that little spring in their foot. I love seeing, honestly, I love seeing that for you guys, the springs in your foot as you set off and become authors yourselves. So that ripple effect. And I'd love to share what's in our love box here. I'm going up a little bit. Here we go. We've got, you're such an inspiration, Tanya. Thank you. Be more compassionate, be beautiful, be your beautiful self. Love it. Yes, it's all about love, Tanya. Your story is incredible. Yes, be yourself. And love is the highest frequency. You can't get any higher than love. And I want to remind people that self-love is so important. When you love yourself, you can bring that energy to others, and people will feel it and experience it. And it's infectious too. Resonated so much that we mold ourselves to seek love from others throughout our life and forget ourselves. Self-love is simple. Be compassionate and treat yourself as you would treat your friend. Awesome message, Tanya. And that's something that I've been learning to do for myself. I've been struggling with self-love. I had to go through gratitude and then self-forgiveness to then self-love, to actually be kind to myself. And that's been a bit of my journey to get to this point. And we've got, indeed, we develop our own self-love. Being your own best friend is a lifelong practice. Go, Tanya, wonderful. Love hearts and celebrations. Thank you, was inspiring. Love the passion in you, Tanya. Beautiful share, Tanya. You are incredible. Keep doing what you do. So beautiful. Love that, Tanya. You're very passionate. Love with a pure heart and loads of hearts. Thank you for that. Now I'd love to bring us to our next speaker, Sharma, who is now she's now an author to a second book, and I want to congratulate her on this huge milestone. And she says that self-love is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of self-discovery, acceptance, and growth. It is a choice I make every day, a commitment to honor and cherish the incredible being that I am. So I'd love to bring her to the stage. The Zoom stage. There you are. I can see you. I hope.
Hi, hello.
We can hear you too. I'm glad, because I know you're having technical difficulties. And what time is it where you are?
It's 1:15 p.m.
Oh, okay, so in the afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm tuning in from Bahrain. If you know where that is, that's a small island in the Middle East. It's a desert island, really, really tiny. If you look it up in the map, you wouldn't see it. It's a dot. It's so small. Okay, so I'm so happy and honored to be here with everybody. What I would like to share about my journey and my experience here is that I don't know where to start. I'm so overwhelmed. I thought I had my thoughts ready. Let me just start by saying that each and every one of us is special. and we have something to say. We feel and think that, who am I to share anything? No, you are special and you have something to share with the world, and people will resonate because there are other people who can resonate with what you have gone through in your life. So what I've shared in this book is about my journey that came by coincidence. I actually didn't know that I was going through this journey. I was talking about my journey and how I was going through learning to become a coach and speaker. That's how I started it. And through that journey, I learned about loving myself. I started to grow. I started to learn about confidence, how to become more confident. I struggled with confidence growing up because of my parents' divorce when I was 1. I struggled with this particular part because I was seeking validation externally. I thought that's where I can get my confidence. That's how people would see me. I was the A student, the overachiever, the people pleaser, the good girl. That's how I felt good about myself. And I talk more about the effect of divorce on me and how I overcame it in my first collaborative book. But in this book, I speak about my whole journey, even not just about the effect of divorce, but how I managed to love myself being a mom. Motherhood takes us, if like we have mothers in the audience who can resonate, or even parents like dads, it doesn't matter. If you have little ones to care for, you will take yourself out of the picture. Sometimes you will see that your kids come first. We sacrifice. We tend to see that we become the martyr. We become the last person in the list. So we tend to take care of everything and everyone around us, and we forget about ourselves. And this is something I learned to be wrong. And this is something that I coach moms on, and I see as a pattern with every mom, that they think that this is normal. This is the right way to go. And they don't go and seek their own journey. They don't go and work towards achieving their dreams, waiting for the perfect circumstances, waiting for things to, like their ducks in a row, what we call in coaching magical thinking. They wait for things to be perfect for them to start their own journey. And let me give you a little secret. That will never happen. This day will never come. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances, because that's not going to happen. And this is what I learned, and I embraced. And when I embraced it, I start seeing how I can take care of me and be a mom at the same time. And that's how I will be able to take care of everyone around me. And there's an example that I usually share with everyone, and I will share it with you today. If you're on a plane and you have an emergency landing, the oxygen masks come down, and you have your kids next to you. Who's the first person that should put the masks on? Is it you? Or you should put it on the kid next to you or the elder person next to you. It's you. Because if you pass out, you won't be able to take care of people around you. So you take care of you first. And that's when you'll be able to take care of everybody else. And that's what I learned. And that's what I share with you. And being able to coach while I was pregnant, while I was rocking my baby to sleep. I had a 3-month-old baby, and I was continuing my coaching studies, and I was coaching people 3 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. And I thought this was not professional. What would they think about me? But I found people really, really, accepting of that, willing, and even thanking me for it. That was surprising for me. I don't want to take more time. I just want to, if I keep talking, I will keep talking forever. Just thank you so much. And I'm really, really happy and honored. And I hope that you enjoy my chapter and everybody else's chapter. I'm sure that this book is going to be a game changer for so many people. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think we all can be in that bandwagon. The authors that are here, we could talk forever. So I think we all resonate, and I can see some nodding heads there as well. And it's been such a pleasure watching and hearing your journey. Please give little love emojis for Shama. It's been absolutely amazing to watch your journey, where you've come from. I love the engagement that we've had, because you've asked so many questions, and every session we've had, you're like, right, we've got to get through this, and and we get through it all right. You're like, we're going to run out of time, and we always get there in the end. And just what you've taken on to grow has been absolutely amazing. And congratulations on the workshops that you have been doing face-to-face in your community too. It's amazing. And I know that you're only growing and evolving as you go on this journey as well. So keep spreading that message. I think there were some really key points that you made. Like, we're never going to arrive to these places. And I know that there's heaps of love bombs in here in the love box. So we've got self-love has no limits to where it reaches. My dad used to, oh, look, someone said here, my dad used to work there, so I'm familiar with Baran. So we've got someone that knows the area. You are among friends. You've got this. Hey, Shama, congratulations, my dear. Baran might be small in size, but so big with its people's love. I love that. So amazing to be speaking out your story here. I love what you were speaking. My parents separated when I was young also, and we share very similar experience. Thank you for sharing. By the way, I have kombucha in my wine glass, not alcohol. Okay. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. Such a powerful message from the position of a mum. And that's so true. I think we're all waiting for that perfect timing, that perfect moment. And the thing is, it's embracing the present moment right now and enjoying every single moment that we have coming for us right now. Everything happens for us, not to us. And that's such a powerful message. Gosh, so true. As mums, we tend to self-sacrifice all the time. Love not waiting for the perfect circumstances and being available to be you, as well as fulfilling your role as a mum. Waiting for the perfect circumstances, everybody's really resonating with that. To manifest your dreams is not going to happen. This is a very powerful message. Look at you shine now, go you. Very powerful and touching story. You are such a huge inspiration. Lots of love to you. Such a beautiful share that mum, dad forget to prioritize themselves and wait when everything will be perfect. Everyone is taken care of, and then I can. Follow my dreams. Your story is inspiring. Amazing work, everyone. Well done. And to all the authors, magical thinking is an epidemic. I love that. It is an epidemic of human beings until someone like you and us interrupt the path. Love your story and message. Your story is inspirational, amazing. Love hearts are there. Your voice is so calming. I reckon you should do meditation. You've got that calming voice, girl. Love hearts, fire, and thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for all the love there. Now I want to bring to the stage, give loads of claps. Thank you, everyone. I can see everyone's clapping. Our next author that I'd love to bring to the forefront is Catherine. She's now finally an author herself, and she says that self-love is the highest frequency. I'd love to bring her to the stage. She's another local Hervey Bay person, and it's such a pleasure to have her on board on this journey. Take yourself off mute and introduce yourselves to everyone here.
Hi everyone. First off, thank you all so much for being here. It's I know how this is so daunting. I'm so scared, just so everyone knows. And as much as even writing the book was so scary, we had 7 months, and I'm going to be completely honest, I probably left it to make maybe 3 days before we had to submit our edits, because I was just avoiding it so much. And then it turns out that that's a form of procrastination, which is like I guess you could say a perfectionist. I guess you could say that I was just fearing absolutely everything and being completely open. And I had to remind myself that if I wanted to move on and go through and forget what I went through in high school, I had to just get it out there and accept that it is what it is what happened and everything. And I've always had such strong passion for self-love, really diving deep at the age of like 18 and getting involved in self-development stuff has really helped me. And I think it was really the push that I had from my mum in high school, where she basically just took me to the doctors after I'd had, in her words, she said I was being a bitch. I don't know if I was allowed to swear there, but she took me to the doctors and made me go see a psychologist. And that psychologist has helped me grow quite a bit through there. So in my journey, in my chapter, I really state that all of that type of stuff is a form of self-love, speaking about it, going to a psychologist, putting those steps in place and moving and uncovering those traumas and talking about those experiences that you went through younger as your younger self and everything. And yeah, it was really massive. And then I suppose I went into self-development not too soon after I joined network marketing. I'm not really in that field anymore, but I was shown that if you want something in life, you have to trust yourself and you have to believe. And they were a massive community in believing that. And I was able to access heaps of life coaches and move through a lot of things that I really wanted to heal and mend through. And some of that was mending my family relationships. And yeah, and like, oh my God, this is like, so mending my relationship with my brother was one of my biggest things. And it was a life coach that got me to do that. Oh, told myself I wasn't going to cry. Anyway, moving on from that one. And also forgiving my dad of how, for what he went through when he was younger, and learning that he was loving us to the point that he was only taught when he was, young, and accepting that and forgiving and moving on. And it's been a massive journey. And I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be alive, glad to be sharing my story with you all. And I suppose the only thing that I hope that you guys get out of my chapter of 15-year-old young Catherine Hurt, traumatized, oh my God, is that it's okay to go to a psychologist and speak to a medically trained person, and that we should all really be seeing mental health as a medical thing, just like asthma, just like cancer, just all mental health stuff should be seen the same. So if you're having any of those thoughts, whatever, it's important to go get checked out. And it's okay. It's all groovy. And I don't really have a quote, so sorry, I didn't really come prepared with that. I didn't realize that we were doing quotes, but I guess just stay groovy.
That's it. Stay groovy. That's your quote. Stay groovy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for the vulnerable share as well. It's beautiful to have such young energy in the room and sharing a story that it's okay when you're not okay, and to seek that professional help, especially with the rise of mental health and well-being. There's such a stigma, shame, embarrassment, guilt, all of that sort of stuff that hangs around with mental health issues, even around addictions and anything that is negative or trauma. There's that real, people have that stigma, I shouldn't really talk up. And it takes courage and strength and resilience to talk about this as well. I know each of the topics have had different parts where we are talking about vulnerable situations that can have, the stigma of shame and embarrassment. And you guys have shown how strong and capable and powerful and empowered you guys are to get these messages out. So I want to take the time to say thank you, because I know that you share quite a deep and vulnerable story there. And if you want to get yourselves a copy, please get in touch with your author, because they'll help you out with ordering. And thank you so much for sharing your story, Catherine. It's been amazing. I've known you since, I would say 2019, hey, 2020. Yeah. So it's been awesome. And you've had a transformation. I've watched you from where you were to where you are now, and it's been a complete transformation. So congratulations on your growth and journey.
Thank you.
Welcome. And in the love box, you've got this, surrounded by love. You're so amazing. I'm so proud of you. Woohoo, go Katie. So good that you preserved and got to here now. Getting the help that you need is definitely a form of self-love. Can hear you, Catherine, being a recovering perfectionist. Go you for being so vulnerable. It's not easy talking about seeking help, and what a message that you have to believe in you. We've got you. Feel that love. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. You're doing great. Glad you're sharing your story. It's okay to cry. Appreciate your vulnerability. So incredible that you have shared your story, Catherine. Thank you for your share and saying that attending to our mental health is love. So proud. You're doing amazing. Yes, so important. Definitely a form of self-love. Catherine, your rawness is inspiring. Well done, Catherine. Wonderful message about mental health. Stay groovy. We've got heaps of stay groovy. Love that, and loads of love. And it's okay to not be okay. We're so proud of you, Katie. Love Alex, Sky, Bev, and Eric. Almost made your brother cry with an exclamation mark. And it's so good to see the family too. Hello, family. Thank you so much for supporting. Addressing family dysfunction is a key to help along our self-love journey. Well done, Katie. Nice clothing line, stay groovy. Wonderful, Catherine. Great advice. That needs to be reminded, and that it's okay to seek medical help. You are amazing. Stay groovy. Love you, princess. Awesome. So much love there. Whoever Leah Jacket is, they said, love you, princess. Okay.
It's my mama.
Hi, mom. Another mom. I love always saying that. Hi, mom. So our next author, who unfortunately is at soccer training and couldn't get anyone to babysit their children, is Lisa. And she's an author, and she's also an emotional fitness coach. She says that self-love is not based on a single deed or behavior. It's not a place to get to saying, yes, I've arrived at self-love. Now I can cross that off my bucket list, but rather a mindset that supports yourself. And I want to take the time to say, thank you for being part of this. She's absolutely amazing. And she is speaking on stages, doing heaps of workshops and doing loads of programs. And I'm really proud of where she's come from to where she is now. She's really taking the stage like at big, enormous amounts. So if Lisa's tuning in, we miss you and we love you, and see you soon. So I'll bring you to our next author, Christine. She's an author and owns her own company, CEO, powerhouse woman of the corporate escapists. She says that embracing self-love and knowing and understanding it are two different things. I love Christine and her work and what she does. And where are you? I can hear
I'm
you.
here. Hello.
Hello, lovely lady.
Hello, beautiful. Hello. Oh my God. I have been sitting here and just crying, listening to everybody. Like, I'm like wiping tears away because everything that everyone says, I'm just sort of like going, oh my God, do you know me? Because it just all resonates. And I think in my chapter, I said it took me, so I'm 46 now, so it actually took me 45 years to actually work out what self-love is. And I always say that when you work it out, self-love is divided into two: it's self and then love. And you actually have to get to know yourself first so that you can learn how to love yourself, so you can then teach others how to love you the best way. So it's taken me definitely on a journey, and I feel like any personal development, it's a never ending journey. And every second, every minute, every hour, with every conversation that you have with somebody or a moment that you experience, that's going to alter you. So you're going to learn something new about yourself and set those boundaries, or, learn how you want to be and how you want to show up in the world. And I think if you can fully accept who you are, flaws and all, that really is the ultimate level of self-love to yourself. So I just think what you're doing, my beautiful friend, is truly amazing. And I am so delighted to be part of this and to share this journey with everybody else. My biggest quote is one that I came up with, is dreams plus action equal reality. So if you have a dream for yourself, take the action, because you fully, truly deserve absolutely everything to make your wildest reality come true.
Beautiful share. Thank you so much. And I can see loads of messages here. So we've got self and love. Yes, love it. Love this two-part. First self, then love. How you show up in the world. Great message. Yes, fully accept ourselves. Dream, action, reality. I love that. Christine, love this. Self plus love. True. It is never ending journey. Beautiful share. Dream plus reality equals reality. Christine, love your share, love your quote, love your dream and action quote. Love that self and love is so easy to remember, so empowering. I love all the love in here and love bombs now. We've got love hearts going.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. And it's beautiful to have you along on this journey. I know we've been in contact with each other for a few years now, and it's been wonderful to watch you grow and me grow and just the path.
I know, it's amazing. It's so cool. It's just amazing. So you're just a delight to know, and someone who I can really call a friend. So it's amazing. So
Ditto. Thank you so much. All right. So we go on to our next author, Shanki, and she is now an author. And I can see her with her beautiful son. My heart is melting right now. I love seeing this. It's amazing. And Shanki says that embracing on a self-love journey is a transformative path towards personal growth and fulfillment. So I'd love to bring you to the stage, take you off, come off mute. Oh, you're already off mute. Come to the speaker stage. Hello.
Hi everybody. First of all, thank you so much, Alicia, for giving all of us this opportunity to share our journeys, and all of you authors out there. How wonderful is it that we get to share this safe stage? Such an honor to be with all of y'all, to be sharing this journey with you. And before I start, I really want to introduce my greatest support system right here, Tirel J. Vladiduela, my baby boy, who's helped me get through everything that I've been through. So to start, my journey towards self-love started from the rock bottom. I had to hit the rock bottom. I was in a country just 2 years, a mom of a son who was just 1 year, 3 months at that time. I had to leave the house that I made a home with just 2 suitcases in my hand, no money, no credit cards, nothing. I ran away from house I made a home to escape a violent marriage. I had nothing to do but to find ways to get out of it and find a way to create a life for me and my son. And I remember going into that women's refuge. They gave me a designated little apartment. As I walked into that apartment, I was like, I'm going to make this for myself. I'm going to become a better person so I can take care of this baby I was blessed with. So for me, the journey was about acceptance, accepting the situation I was in, and to be having compassion for what I, knowingly or unknowingly, what I put myself through. I was a rebel before. I was no good girl. I was rebelling all the way. And all my rebellion got me there. So now it's about accepting whatever I did has got me into this position, and moving forward, it's about reconnecting with myself. It's about finding self-love, self-compassion, so that I can share it and I can have a full cup, so I can actually pour into this little life, so that this little life will grow into a better person who will serve in the future. And it's been a journey. That was 2017. And 2023, look where I am now with all of you in this journey, helping people, helping so many other women empower themselves. This journey has not only helped me, has also empowered so many other women who I've been connecting with through my journey, not only women, men. And this journey to self-love has not only served me, but has served my family, because I was able to get out of my rebellion. I was able to reconnect with myself. I was able to love myself. And because I was able to love myself, I was able to reconnect with my roots, reconnect with my parents, reconnect with people in my life that were trying to make me realize all these things from the beginning. It's funny enough, like Kelly said, until you hit the rock bottom, you don't know where you start. But when you hit that rock bottom, when there's nowhere else to go, you find a way back home. And that's what I found, a way back home through self-love. So the journey towards self-love for me has been a way back home, a journey towards acceptance, self-compassion, courage, love, gratitude, and so many things I didn't mention. But I guess you are realizing where I'm coming from. And I will not take any more space, but I really want to give my utmost thanks to Alicia. Like when she told me about this book, I'm like, if there's any book that I write, this is it. This is like such a huge part of my journey, and I want to be expressing everything that I went through to help whoever reads the story. So if you read my story, it's about my journey towards reconnecting with myself and how reconnecting with myself helped me serve so many people and helped me become a better parent. That's about it, guys. Thank you for listening to me. I also can go on, but then again, I'll stop here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And it's been an ultimate honor to be in this journey with you.
It's been absolutely amazing. And you got over the line at the last minute. I just want to say,
yes,
you did it. You did it. We got there.
Yes, we did.
I know we got right to the last minute of submitting.
We did. We did.
You did it. I know there was a bit of procrastination and a bit of doubt, but just seeing you shine here with your son as well, it's absolutely amazing to see you guys glowing and where you've come from the depths of darkness to where you are now. Man, your story is so powerful, and there's so many women out there who experience, you know, negative impacts with their relationships. And more importantly, it's so important to talk about this. And I talk about this as a president for a safe house here in Hervey Bay. I help women who are subjected to homelessness, mental health issues, and DV, and getting into these crisis situations. There's a lot of shame, there's a lot of embarrassment, but more importantly, it's the professional women in these careers as well, high achieving women that hide it all. And it's about speaking up and getting it out there. And self-love seems to be on the back burner for all of them because they're people pleasers, they're high achievers, they're this, they're that. And I'm sure people are resonating with it. But the more that we can talk about this and the more that we can remember to love ourselves to then love others, it changes the whole dynamic with all of our relationships all around us. Congratulations, Shunky. I want to say it's been an absolute pleasure, and watching your growth and journey, because I've seen you since I started my coaching journey in 2018, and we were in the room together in one of our coaching seminars back in 2019, and watching you grow since Meta 1 has been phenomenal. So I want to acknowledge and celebrate you. And I love how you're showing up on camera and on stage. So keep sharing.
Thank you so much. So appreciate this.
You're so welcome. And there's lots of love in the love box. We've got beautiful story. Hold on. There's so much love here. What a cutie. The bow tie. Hello, Shunky-san. Such a loving and handsome son. He looks so happy and proud. Your journey is an inspiration, and acceptance and compassion is so helpful to hear. Wow, what a journey, and what strength you have, Shunky. You are amazing. You are amazing and such a bright light to others. Beautiful, Shunky, resonated with me so much. I have a similar journey too. Such an amazing journey. What an amazing journey. Very strong and courageous. Love hearts, such a powerful story, brave, grit, determination, and such insight to learning to acceptance that led to the path of self-love. Great work, Shunky. Keep doing what you're doing and helping others. By the way, your son's smile is really contagious. What a powerful story, self-acceptance. So proud of who you've become. And you're so amazing, Shunky. Such a beautiful story. Thank you, everyone. Please put.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Lovely. Thank you. Now, our next author is Ali, and unfortunately he had to work this evening, so he sends his apologies. He's now an author, and one of his things that he says about self-love is embrace self-love ultimately rests with each individual. And I want to take the time to thank him because he's been on one massive journey with heaps of transformation happening in his life, and you need to read more of his story. He's very poetic and very beautiful with the way that he writes in his story and his journey. So congratulations, Ali. We do truly miss you on this moment, but congratulations on becoming an author this evening. Now, our next author is Layla. I don't know why I did that for. I think it's because we've had so many fun times together, ups and downs, and so much stuff happened. She's now an author, and she says the secret in the desire of wanting to do better in life begins with looking inwards. This is where the magic and the true enrichment of your life lies. And I'd love to bring to the stage Layla. Hello.
Layla. Hello.
Hello, love.
I have to say, I am so inspired by everyone, not only you, Alicia, but everyone who has been a part of this journey. What an honor it is to stand side by side, all of you dynamic, beautiful, vulnerable, just soul-giving individuals who are willing to open up enough to share a part of your life's journey to help and to enrich other people to discover within themselves what they already know, as so many people have said, but yet have been yet to discover. So, like I said, thank you so much. For me, the question was always, what is self-love? Like, you know, people talk about it, and I've got a teenage daughter, and I love the fact that she's always saying to me when I'm, you know, when I'm being a mother, and she'll say to me, it's not that deep, Mom. It's not that deep. Well, self-love is that deep, but I don't think that any of us in our youth could ever imagine the volume, the massive kind of awareness that you have to bring to understanding the multitude of layers of what self-love is. You know, as so many people have said, you might need to fall down on your knees. You might need to be smacked upside your head. You might need to have come from a place where your parents, your environment, your culture, your upbringing, whatever it may have looked like, didn't give you the tools to understand how you show up with self-love. And it's like that, you know, that I don't know if anyone's had that, like the honey cake or you know, millefeuille. It's like a German cake that's like layered with a million layers of puff pastry. That's what self-love is. It's like this delicious millions of layers of depth of just awareness, showing up, acceptance, vulnerability, compassion. Like it is so deep. Yet for many of us, we've had to really just surrender, free fall into accepting. I don't know what the beep self-love is, but I really, really like when you meet people and they're oozing of it, and they're like, and you're like, I want to know, how did they get to that point? Like, what did you do? What's the secret? Forget the secret of how being a millionaire. You want to know the secret of how to show up and love and feel and connect and vibe from a place of self-love. And then, like, how unstoppable are you? So, you know, my story is very much a part of my life where I didn't believe in that. You know, I just thought you're born with a lucky rabbit's foot. You're born with like having self-love. Like, what does that mean? You're either born into love or you ain't. And if you aren't, then, you know, that's your lot. boy, was I wrong, but I had to go through a lot of crap before I could come to the realization that I, and I alone, can create the love house that lives within inside of me. And so, yeah, like I said, love house supreme sitting right here. But yeah, my story wasn't so glamorous. I have to admit, my story is a story of woe is me. I thought that self-love was, let's have a pity party. And anyone who would listen to that pity party, come along and join me, and we can like lean on each other's shoulders and feel the pity party. And as I got older, there was hardly anyone who really about anything that I wanted to be about who wanted to have a pity party with me. And those who wanted to have a pity party with me were people who wanted to take whatever bit of self-dignity, self-love I had and desecrate it. And so, yes, it's a story of victim to victor and finding, like I said, how to really create house of love from within. So I thank all of you for being a part of this tremendous journey. And thank you, Alicia, and thank you, Catherine Dow. You introduced me. I've been a coach for the past 4 years. And I was one of those people who saw Alicia become Coach of the Year when I was an up and coming coach. I haven't had the pleasure to be in the same room with you, but I saw you out of all of the, you were the only awards that I have seen. And I was just like, I want to be her one day. She's got that magic. And so to be sitting alongside with you, it's very humbling. And, kudos to you, woman. I think you've got 21 books out there and still counting. I can only imagine to have achieved the goals that you have achieved. And you are a powerful woman that I admire and I respect. And I thank you so much for this opportunity to align myself, because proximity is power. And the last thing I'm going to say to all of you, somebody said to me today in preparation for this launch, is self-care is giving the best of you and what's not left of you. So I don't know who said that quote. I'm going to find out, but I love it, because self-care is giving the best of you and not what's left of you. But in order to do that, you've got to know how to be able to give and say, that's enough, because the rest is from me, baby. Thank you.
That was powerful. I have goosebumps. Go, girl. You are phenomenal. Just the way that you talk and all the comments with how deep you've gone and the depths of self-love that you've spoken about. The love that's in the love box is pretty loving. It's like, did we ever imagine the depth? Yes, self-love is deep. I love that. Deep. Yes, layers of delicious love in our self-love. Wonderful. Multi-layered, delicious depth of awareness and all things wonderful. I love this. Self-love is deep, of self-discovery. Dig deep and be surprised. Quote of the night. Ready? What the beep? Ha ha ha. Self-love is deep. Yes, self-love is a delicious layered cake with so many deep yet sweet elements. Love it, sis. So proud of you and inspired. Unstoppable, unstoppable. Here we go. Keep shooting for the stars, girl. Wow, beautiful analogy, Layla. Deep layers surrender, true forget how to be a millionaire. Love that. Love is deep. It is, because deep love is profound, life-changing, empowering, enlightening, enriching for the soul, for moving forward to building a life of self-love. Love your work, sister. A powerhouse of love. Love House. We've got loads of Love House. Motown Love Sister. I don't know who that is, but I hope that's someone you know. Love House Supreme. Love this so much. I alone can create the love house that lives inside of me. Love this. Love your vulnerability. Story from victim to victor. victim to victor, Catherine. Catherine, you've helped us all connect with Alicia. Yeah, there's a bit of a story there. There's about 7 of you that have been connected with me. And I have to truly say thank you, Catherine. It's been an absolute amazing journey. Lots of magic in this room, lots of love hearts, love your energy and authenticity. Layla, right on. Wow, excellent. Self-love is to give best to you, not left of you. I love that. And then mic drop. Very powerful and impactful. And for those that are wondering, the recording will be available on Facebook, which is tuning right now live, or I also will be putting it up on YouTube for a re-recording for those that missed out on this whole episode. So thank you so much. Now we've got Hazel Bertley, who unfortunately she's in America. She's probably, I'm not too sure whether it's morning or evening, or it's probably morning for her. So she sends her apologies. She's now an author, and she says that self-acceptance and self-discovery are ongoing processes that I now define as self-love. Understanding my own needs and wants and desires and then acting to fulfill them is key. Additionally, it involves accepting my own shortcomings and my mistakes while also being kind and compassionate to myself and learning from them. And she has one amazing journey where she talks about racism and also like the color of her skin and learning to love and accept herself for who she was. And she does talk about a bit about her family dysfunction and how she's grown to learn and accept everything in her family home and mend those relationships around her. And so this brings us to our last and final author, Natalie. I can see you waving. She is a CEO for her own company and chef and an author now. And she says, remember, we are all imperfectly perfect. And I want to bring this beautiful soul to the stage. I've had the absolute pleasure of hanging out with her for the last week. So it was sad to see her go, but I get to see you tonight, which is awesome.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. Well, this is the first time I've spoken about this publicly, so this is a big deal for me. But yeah, the topic's important to me because I was diagnosed with body dysmorphic disorder at the age of 14. The shame towards myself, the hate and shame towards myself has led me down the path of drugs and alcohol, violence, domestic abuse, chronic pain, plastic surgery, and attempted suicides. It's a very isolating illness. It's very lonely. So I hope that in my chapter, people learn that they're not alone, and that, yeah, it actually has a very high suicide rate. And just know that there is peace within letting go and accepting self-love. And yeah, just keep going. Don't give up, you know. Yeah, I'm not much of a talker. Not publicly anyway. I'll chew your ear off, Alicia, but publicly, yeah. Baby steps. As I said, this is a big step for me, but yeah.
And I want to take the time to say thank you for publicly sharing your story and where you've come from. And it's great. I'm so grateful that you're still here on this earth to be here to share your story publicly, because it is transforming. And when I read your story and saw that you actually died on the operating
table, yeah,
I was so shocked that that actually happened. I wish I knew more. So
yeah.
A bit about our story. We are best friends. We've known each other since we were
21. You were 21. I was 23. Yeah.
And we're both born on the same day.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing journey to see her flourish and overcome such tragedy to now triumph and now be a mum. We're both single mothers with daughters that have daughters that are a week apart from each other as well. And just watching her grow and thrive and be the best mum ever, I just want to remind you that you're amazing.
Thank you. As are you.
And in the love box, do you love that? Love box?
I got it when you said it before. Only
good. I thought you would. And
yeah, I did.
Such a powerful lesson to share. Brave. And wow, so glad you are here to share your story. Such a powerful lesson to share. Celebrating your step, Natalie. I'm so glad that you haven't given up. You are amazing. Wow, what a journey. Natalie, powerful message. Don't give up on yourself. You're doing amazing, Natalie. And your story will help so many people, including me. incredible share. What an incredible journey, which will inspire many. Wow, Natalie, so brave. Thank you for your truth and courage. Much love to you. Love bombs. Shills, Natalie, so happy you are here with us today and you're sharing your story with the world too. Your story is so strong, so amazing. Chills. Beautiful small world. Kiss hug. So happy you're here. What an incredible story. And so much love to you. So
Love right back.
Love right back. So guys, this actually brings us to the conclusion of our book launch, and I want to take the time to thank each and every person here. Celebrate you guys. I can see some sunrises happening in some of the people's places that they're at. Good morning to those. Good evening to everybody else. I want to take the time to congratulate every single person that's shown up, shared their story, shared their wisdom. And congratulations, you guys are now officially authors. On the 7th of the 7th at 7 p.m, you all became authors here tonight. Congratulations, everyone. Share your love and congratulations. And I wish you all the best on your journey. Keep rocking and rolling and sharing your messages, because your messages are important. And on that note, remember, have you had your vitamin D? Have you had your dose of vitamin G, which means gratitude. Have a beautiful night, everyone.
Thanks, Alicia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're all amazing.
There you go.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Don't want to go. Don't want to go.
Where's the after party?
It's right here.
Straight to the end, right?
There we go,
All right,
guys.
you guys. Bye.